The mission of the African Heritage Association of St. Louis is to increase the awareness of the global contributions of African people and people of African descent through the arts and educational programs. And here to share more is the chairman of the board, Gerald Brooks. Hi, Gerald.
How you doing?
I'm a little confused because we just had a segment on dealing with the Storytime Theater at St. Louis Public Library, and I thought you were supposed to be on that show.
No. Steve, I've been gone for over 2 years now. I jumped on the retirement train.
Yeah, I'm teasing you because for years I knew you as the PR guy for St. Louis Public Libraries, and when we'd have an interview with Waller McGuire or someone, you would set it up. So I knew you that way.
For 22 years, I did that. In the last 2 years, I was the director of community relations and programming.
So you've retired from your full-time gig, and now you're involved with the African Heritage Association. What's the history of that group?
Well, they actually started in 1995, but we are the parent company of the African Arts Festival. And so in 1995, the board was put together, and we are a 501(c) nonprofit organization. And our goal is, like you said, is to let people know more about the African culture and people of from Africa and African descent that have contributed to this country.
So why is that important?
It's very important because without it, we wouldn't be the country that we are today. And so what we try to do is educate people about that, and we do that also through the festival. You know, like when you come out to the festival, it's like walking into an African village because that's the way we set it up.
So is this only of interest to people of African descent?
Oh, no way, no way. Our audience has grown more and more and more, and you'd be surprised at how many people who are not African American, how much they know about Africa.
I was going to make a joke, and like, you know, many people think Africa is a country.
Right, right. And they do. They really think that, but no, it's a continent.
Right. Well, do you have any African descent?
Do we have any?
Do you?
Do I? Haven't gone back that far yet, but
I'm
sure I do. Yeah, we're in the process right now. My wife is really putting things together.
The genealogy thing,
and researching,
and DNA test and all that.
Now we're getting back. We're to the great grandparents, but we haven't gotten as far back yet, but we're working on it.
Yeah, is that a challenge when you don't have anything to work on to trace roots back? Is it?
Oh yeah,
it's tedious work, isn't it?
But you can get help at the St. Louis Public Library.
Really? How did they do that?
Because they have a whole area down there that's dedicated to looking back on your history.
So after all your years with St. Louis Public Library, were you associated with this group at all?
Oh yeah, time? I've been associated with this group since 1992.
I see.
Yeah, because at one time the St. Louis Public Library was associated with the group as well. And that's how I got started, and then they decided that I couldn't leave. So, and I'm glad, but it's a great organization. The African Arts Festival started in 1991. And we just decided that it needed a group to oversee that, and that's when we started the African Heritage Association in 1995.
Do you do other events also?
Yes, we do. We do. We have keynote speakers come in. We do educational programs. We do programs like we're going to talk about today with the choir. And it's just all to get people to know more about the diaspora.
Yeah, when we come back from our break here in a little bit, we're going to talk about an event coming up on November the 10th. Do you want to tease that a little bit for us?
Well, it is a group that is well known. They traveled throughout the world. They have made only that I know of 2 appearances here in St. Louis, and their calendar is totally full this year, and we are the only stop in Missouri that they're making. So.
And the name of that choir?
That is the Soweto Gospel Choir.
Is Soweto a place?
Soweto is in South Africa, yes.
You ever been to Africa?
No, that's on my bucket list. And getting close. Africa and Australia, believe it or not.
Why is that?
They're the farthest 2 places away from here, one thing, and Africa has been a dream of mine to go to Africa and see it and experience it.
I think it sounds fascinating too, because like we said, Africa's not one country, and
right.
There are a lot of countries there with their own individualities, right?
And you see that even at the African Arts Festival. You see that because we have people that come in that are from different areas of Africa.
So maybe you can educate me. Like, how many languages are spoken in Africa? Do you have any idea? I mean, it's more than a couple.
No, I wish I knew. No, but I don't know offhand. But I know, yeah, you're right. There's more than a couple. There's quite a few.
Okay. Well, we're going to come back and talk about the festival more in a little more detail about what you do. So stay with us here at STL Live. We'll have more about the African Heritage Association of St. Louis after this break.